well if you just put that kind of pressure on so that you're playing moves that would be killing moves up until that point when you just say, okay, now I'll back off.
Question?
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I have trouble with is figuring out when there's an invasion like this where I'm going to get my profit, and this is a pretty good example. I don't know, I mean, thickness facing the center doesn't seem like it's going to accomplish very much. So what should White think to get out of defending against this invasion?
Well, I think black is pretty deep. I think black can be killed. But white here, see how this exchange is hurting?
Yeah.
For example, if white had played this way, now, for example, this move doesn't look nearly as attractive. See, because of the exchange, black can just dump 3 stones, Atari, and get some extra strength and then make another move outward. But white turns here, and this is Atari, and then he takes Ponuki, and black hasn't accomplished much, and he's still thrashing around. So he's actually given white territory more than taking it away. So to some extent, white helped black out, which is where the problem is coming from. But notwithstanding that, oftentimes you don't know where the territory is going to come from. There are lots of different possibilities for getting benefit. For one thing, if you can contain black and force black to make eyes on the side, that means that you're going to have a move around here that's a forcing move against this group. That means then that you're going to get some compensating profit by attacking this corner group over here. You attack its eyes, you force it to live small. That's already, see, this Hane and Connect is close to a 10-point cente move for black. So it turns into a 10 plus cente move for white. That's already something substantial. That's a 20-point swing. Well, no, that's a 10-point swing or so outright. Plus, you see here, this exchange was just treated as a forcing exchange, but while strengthening along this line is not necessarily going to bring a lot of points to white, it's going to bring a lot of negative profit because this black strength isn't going to result in nearly as much territory as black is expecting. By the time this group lives, assuming it lives, let's say that this group lives with just eyes, and let's say that white gets this yosei here, and so this group is kind of pushed down. So this is just going to be 5 points here, this is going to be 2 points. Now because of strength here, let's say that this stone links up, and this whole area is reduced to maybe only 20 points, all of the center potential for black. And with this being strengthened, this area will be hardened a little bit, and there'll be more points coming there. Without doing a lightning count, I'm going to hazard that white would be in a comfortable position in this game.
So in these kinds of attacks, you're already thinking about what kind of endgame you get out of it.
No, the situation is too fluid. What happens depends a lot on what the opponent does, as well as what you do. What is he going to give you? He has choice too. He may throw the corner away, and your profit is you kill the corner. You don't know. You don't know what you're going to get because it's too fluid. It's a negotiating process. Oftentimes you get surprised. If you get too much of a fixed idea in your mind about where the profit is coming from, you're going to lead yourself astray. The thing is to believe in the process. You make it hard. You don't let him live easily. You go after him. And then along the way, you just keep yourself open to whatever might arise. Okay. If black gives you something, you can just take it. But it's a dynamic process, and you can't predict exactly the way it's going to go. Just believe in the process, believe that if you pressure him, at the end of the day you're going to get the most, and then as you play through, keep putting the pressure on until you see your profit. That's when you stop going for the kill, and you take it.
Okay.
So through here, letting black get out this far and then capping isn't necessarily so terrible, but white is coming up a little short here. Mm. You have to be careful here. Is this truly forcing?
I thought so, because if white cuts, can he capture those black stones on the right?
And what does white do if black plays here?
Mm.
Is that a technical term?
I think you're inducing black. I think black can answer with a counterforce, and you end up taking gote.
Yeah. It's dangerous for white.
I want to go back to here. What does white have to lose from cutting?
Right.
I mean, that's a natural flow here when black counters, is to cut and see what happens. So is black going to go for maximum resistance? Very possibly.
White can break in.
Well, white can look at various options. This there's a little problem left for white here. Actually, I want to go back one more step. I want to play here. You see, this move threatens that, but why threaten it? Play it. If you have a second move now, what are you going to do? Are you going to come back to here? No. You're going to, oops, let me back up here. You get a second move here, you know, we'll just put a white stone down. You're going to play here. You're not going to play there. There's a move difference here. See, once you play here, this has the same effect of preventing any cuts in through here. But white now is thinking, well, you get another move here, and you just sucked up this whole area. So white is now forced into taking gote again, which you know traces back then to, you know, can white afford this move? Actually, I don't think white can afford this move. I think that from this position, as long as you're marching this way, I think you can march one more time. And then some reinforcement here might be appropriate. If you move on, you know, wherever, I'm not putting this down because it's a big move, but I just have to put a white stone somewhere. You know, you're going to get something lopped off here. Okay, so let's see here. Get back to the game diagram. We finally got that. Black is pretty submissive through here. I'd like to see black now black can resist. White backed up anyway. Probably white has to. What? I see. Well, if this is going to be a sente move, then black should take this stone. As a sente move, that's very big. Also, the treatment in this area over here, this is pretty small. I'm thinking, what about here? I don't think white is so inclined to try and fight in through here. I think white's just going to do this. And I'm inclined to play here. But if I decide that I'm going to be more peaceful today, I'll back up to here. You're still doing better. than with just this slide and letting white get this one. Mm-hmm. It's just, let's take a look here. We're on show alternative moves. So this would be the end of what was recorded. Uh-huh. Right. So this one we took a look at yesterday. See, what game were we looking at? This one here. Right, okay. We didn't see this one yesterday, did we?
Well,